Mouse composed. The fakeness of everything, the fakeness of practically everything, ain't not real out here. Ain't not real out here. Everything is nonchalant. Everything is avoidance. Everything is, oh, if it doesn't serve me, everything is non-dependable. Now it moves from the male to female relationship dynamic because of the optionalities that females have, or the illusion of, and oftentimes it's illusion of. That's why they often try to track back. Most men, you've had a woman leave you only after a few months, or sometimes a year or two, track back and say, hey, what's up, how you doing? You know, the hey big head text. But that's because there's this ideology. And I know people will run towards this whole, it's biological for a woman to desire better. It's back in the caveman days. Women would, seek the fittest. But we had a period of, well, I would term normality, where women sat in their homes and behaved accordingly. And that's the time when marriages were healthy and men were in the homes. But now, oftentimes, a lady will seek a relationship with you while still desiring to be on the dating apps, while still desiring to post thirst traps online, because she desires you for a relationship, but at the same time, she still has this insatiable desire to be desired externally, as well as still be on dating apps. It's such a normal thing. Back in the day when I was on the dating apps heavy, I noticed this. You'd be talking to a girl, you'd be talking for a month or two, and you've been on dates, and you find that she's still on the dating app, and she'll be confessing her love to you and everything else. So I've come to learn that because of the options available to women, they cannot contain themselves but desire to be outside. The fakeness of it all. And it's a lot more easier for women. A normal working man does not have time like that to be fooling around with women anyhow, because it costs. It costs money for a man to do anything. A normal working man, if you're doing, 40, 50, 60 hours a week, oftentimes you're dealing with less women. Oftentimes it's one woman, or maybe even two. But oftentimes, the majority of women, even the basic girl, the simple, plain Jane type of girl, you're going to find she's got at least minimum 3 guys. And of course, the fast comment that you're going to get is, no, not all women. Most of us are just, no, it's not the case. Observations have it that because we've opened the gates wide open for access, she's talking to some guy overseas. She's talking to somebody over there, because it's there to be had. I understand the temptation is very hard, but it's just, that's the big saboteur of relationship, because one of the biggest thing a man's looking for in a relationship is loyalty. The loyalty component, and that's the one that's lacking the most. And the second part is respect. But the whole thing is fake because she desires you, but at the same time, she wants to have the side things going on. So that's why they have to create language to try to disperse all the shame that should come with it. That's why most relationships don't last, because I promise you, the further along a woman is in years, the harder it is for her to sit down in that relationship that you and her are trying to establish. Why? Because the history past of her relationship, she has not removed the phones out of her phone. It blew my mind how many people reached out to me after we dated, maybe 5 years ago. That I met or encountered this particular person 3 or 4 years ago, 5 years ago, and they still had my number, and I did not have their contact details. So I've come to learn that females keep numbers, because many people have reached out. Hey, how you doing? It's been a long time. I'm like, wow, how is that possible? But they keep. So that means the further along in years, the more numbers she collects. especially if she's on dating platforms, because those, they just do it for fun, collecting number here. It could be useful. He's a plumber. It could be useful. He's an electrician. It could be useful. He's a pilot. So the fakeness of it all is that you're not getting any genuine thing. And I've come to learn, and this is not to crap on all women, but I'm going to make the statement. There's a constant lying that's taking place. That's why it's fake. And I could move that conversation to food. Like, these days you don't even know if you're eating a real banana, or if you're eating real cabbage. You don't know. So it's like, it's just a fluid of lies that have been normalized. There's lying in religion about what things are. There's lying in the information of what to believe. I mean, the AI things. But from a relational standpoint, we don't stand a chance to build healthy relationships, because everybody wants to have everything at the same time. It's only after the fact, when things go bad, that's why they try to return to the man. Because most men, yes, men do some dumb stuff. They really do. I cannot say it. I cannot pretend that they don't. I'll say we don't. But most men are just basic guys. When I observe men in the trades, plumbers, electricians, forklifts, machine operators, they're just going to work and coming home. Every now and then he goes and drinks a beer at the pub. But women are very busy in terms of intersexual relationship dynamics. They're extremely busy. They cannot sit down. And because of the inception of the social media thing, it's even more, the whole hypergamous nature of it all is now on maximum volume. She is seeing her friends. She is bored. She cannot stay at home. So now, and the normalization of bad behavior. Oh, girl, you deserve it. How he was holding you back. You get rid of a good man. Oh yeah, sometimes, you need to. It's like there's a term for everything that's chaotic that a woman's doing, and it's normalized. So there's the fakeness of it all. So it's very dangerous to try to engage in a relationship with modern day women. Just like it's very dangerous to go eat in any restaurant without knowing what you're eating, because these days you can't trust what you're eating. So the fakeness of it all is that we have to move very carefully. Nothing is organic. The relationships are not organic. The food is not organic. It's just like we're living in a dystopia. Peace, love, and blessings.